The Jural Assembly Handbook by Anna von Reitz. Section 5. Mission Statement and Membership Agreement. The mission statement for any organization worth its salt should be short and sweet and exact and explicit as humanly possible so as to conclusively answer the questions: what are we doing and why? In the case of the state Jural assemblies, the answer to these questions is exactly the same all across the board. For example, mission statement for the Wisconsin Jural Assembly. Our Wisconsin Jural Assembly is dedicated to the restoration of a complete and fully operational land and soil jurisdiction, state and county court system, serving the people of Wisconsin, the preservation of the national trust, the enforcement of public law, the upholding of the federal constitution owed to our state and people, the repopulation of our land and soil jurisdiction, the filling of vacated public offices, and the reclamation of our material and intellectual public and private assets. To these ends, we, the living people of Wisconsin, have called the eligible Wisconsin nationals and electors to assemble and to serve as jurors and officers, and we have established a process and procedure to qualify jurors and others competent to hold state citizenship and public office. We do this peacefully and without rancor in the exercise of our unincorporated powers and capacities. The above mission statement pretty much nails down who is doing what and in what capacity and why. That's all a mission statement needs. Now for the membership agreement portion, again, using Wisconsin as an example. Wisconsin Jural Assembly Membership Agreement. In acknowledging and accepting the duties of a Wisconsin Jural Assembly member, I act without any deceit or profit motive or obligation. I affirm that I am one of the people of Wisconsin and that I am acting exclusively in my natural and unincorporated capacity. I affirm that I have expatriated from any presumed citizenship obligation owed to the territorial United States and or the municipal United States, and I make no claim of dual citizenship and hold no allegiance to any foreign power at all. I affirm by this testament that I am qualified and able and willing to act as a Wisconsin citizen, as a Wisconsin juror, and as a Wisconsin elector, and do so of my own free will, and I also say that there is, to the best of my knowledge and belief, no circumstance or obligation barring me from occupying any vacated Wisconsin public office, or preventing me from providing good faith service in such office if I am elected. In accepting the duties of a Wisconsin Jural Assembly member, I also accept the rights and responsibilities thereof. I understand that I may be called upon to serve as a member of a grand jury or a trial jury, or to act as a sheriff's deputy, or to act as a witness to public or private records, and that I may be asked to serve in similar capacities with or without pay. I accept my duty to serve Wisconsin and my fellow Wisconsinites without reservation, coercion, or issue of conscience. I understand that I am, as a Wisconsin citizen, responsible for upholding the public and organic law of Wisconsin, and that if I should be elected or appointed or otherwise entrusted with assets belonging to Wisconsin or any county thereof, I am obligated to act as a deputy and as a fiduciary under the prudent man standard until relieved of such duty. As a member of the Wisconsin Jural Assembly, I shall faithfully promote and help secure justice for all people through the right use of due process and jury nullification. I shall at all times endeavor to keep the peace and to know and uphold the best standards and traditions of the American common law. So say I, and witness my autograph and thumbprint seal as I commit myself to serve as a member of the Wisconsin Jural Assembly this blank day of blank in the year blank before these witnesses. By blank, seal, blank, living at, address, 1101 Bolingbrook Street in Racine, Wisconsin, witnessed by blank, living at blank, witnessed by blank, living at blank. In other words, 2 witnesses. Ideally, the witnesses will also be Jural Assembly members, and the records will be kept in original triplicate. 1 copy to the new juror, 1 to the juror's home county, and 1 to be kept by the State Jural Assembly. It is advisable to design and secure the unique use of a distinctive Jural Assembly stamp and or logo to be used as a letterhead on these records. Although there may be some additional or different issues each Jural Assembly may wish to address, the verbiage given here is precise and correct for the jurisdiction invoked. We do not, for example, use affidavits, and we do not swear any oaths or make any reference to God in the land and soil jurisdiction courts. The confirmations of public offices are simple affirmations of duties and obligations undertaken due to the separation of church and state in the actual American government. Though familiar to us, swearing oaths is a pagan practice of commercial courts. The phrase, "So help me God," we grew up hearing from Perry Mason and other court dramas is also. It was not used in American courts until the unlawful conversion of our court system by FDR. The actual land and soil jurisdiction courts operate on the principle of let your yes be yes and your no be yo. No. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. Instead of affidavits, we use testamentary evidence, and instead of swearing to anything under penalty of perjury, we use affirmations. Quote, to the best of our knowledge and belief from without the United States, end quote. Posted Sunday, January 20, 2019.